it's Dan and Mariah here, and today we're going to talk about how social media ruins relationships.
So social media clearly affects all of us, whether it be through the comments or the actual content itself.
The comments get me.
Comments are crazy.
Yeah.
I still think comments are the best addition to social
They're
media.
like almost more actually they are more entertaining than the videos themselves.
That's why we talk so much about the comments on these videos, I think, actually. Just because comments could be really great.
So comment below.
Yeah, comment below. I think that when it comes to social media, I think we got to be so cognizant of how social media affects our minds, affects our relationships.
Yeah.
I think that it becomes clear to me that there's very much so things that are being fed to us by social media. Like I said, whether it be through the content or through the comments. And so we're going to talk about 3 ideas that we see throughout social media that can really ruin relationships.
Yeah.
Do you want to start us off?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
The first one is my relationship is about what I get out of it. So that's what social media tells us.
Yeah.
My relationship is about what I get out of it.
And how does it tell us that?
It tells us that, okay, I've been seeing a lot of videos lately. They're very cute and very sweet about like a husband who's like, oh, my wife had a hard day, so this is what I did for her. And he's like set up flowers on the counter, like clean the whole kitchen, and then like set up something on the couch so she's all comfy and like put on her favorite show with like a takeout meal or whatever. And then the wife comes home and she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you did that for me. And it's very sweet.
And then the comments
and
are
the
like,
comments
this
are
is
like,
what I need.
I need this.
I need this in my life. Does he have a brother?
Yeah, and so
stuff like
it's just like, and when you see that video once or twice, it probably isn't going to affect your view on relationships. But when you see those videos over and over and over again, you're going to start to think, you know, like, I need a boyfriend or a husband who's going to do those things for me. Or like, I'm excited to be in a relationship because it means this. It means I
like
get
1
this.
+ 1 = 2.
Yeah.
You could easily think like, oh, if I get in a relationship, I have my own personal butler. And what we're not saying,
butler.
What we're not saying is that it's bad for a husband or a boyfriend to serve their significant other
it's very
in their
like
life, or
sweet.
vice versa.
Yeah.
It's awesome. We love that, and I think it could write a really good story when it comes to like having a positive outlook on relationships. But there is this other thing where it's like you can almost like get into this place where it's like I expect the person I come into a relationship with or get into a relationship with to serve me.
Yeah.
When really the best posture to enter into relationships with is like I want to serve the person I'm with.
Yeah.
And if both of us are in this mindset of like I want to serve you, you want to serve me, then everyone will be satisfied. But it's just like this thing of like, oh, I'm like, I remember watching, it was either like a TikTok or Instagram recently that was sent to me where someone's like, I'm done being an independent woman. Like I need a man to help me carry my bags, to help me shovel snow,
Open
help
the
me
door
do.
for me,
And it's just like open the door for me and all these things. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. And I get it. And it's funny. It's like satire.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, we have to be careful of how we're interpreting those ideas, because it can like lend itself to us thinking that when we enter relationships, we're there to be served as opposed to serve.
Yeah. And like, it can just be dangerous. And it's not to knock those videos. I mean, like those videos are very sweet. And I see videos of wives too, like cooking amazing meals for their husband and be like, I love to do this, or I love to make my lunches for my husband every day and stuff like that. Like that stuff's amazing. And it's all about the service. But I feel like when the other part sees that too much, you can just like have unrealistic expectations and like forget what the focus should be.
For sure. And I think that like the worst thing about social media sometimes is that it can sometimes be divorced from reality.
Yeah.
So someone sees the video and they're like, oh, that's what life is always like for this couple.
Yeah.
It's just like a revolving buffet for this guy.
Yeah.
Because he's getting all these fire meals. But it's just like, no, we have to realize that every video is placed in its context. So there's going to be times where it's like, where she doesn't want to make the meal, or he doesn't want to shovel the snow, or he doesn't want to open the door. So I think that as we're watching social media, we just have to have a healthy level of suspicion and make sure we know that it's not necessarily like that all the time. And relationships are reciprocal as well. Like it's like there's give and take. So we just have to make sure when we're entering relationships, it's not this like, oh, I'm going to receive all of this and give nothing in return.
Yeah.
The second idea that sometimes we get fed by social media is this. Boring is wrong. Mm-hmm. So like, if anything is boring in our life, in our relationship, it's wrong. Mm-hmm. And the way that this is fed to us is subtle. It's like, oh, this either through celebrity couples or normal couples. So some couples that are like celebrities, like, oh, my NBA husband or boyfriend is flying me out to Miami for the weekend and I'm loving this and it's great, whatever. But I think it happens with like normal everyday couples where it's like people often post their date nights. Mm-hmm. People often post the things that are most exciting about their life together. Mm-hmm. They'll post their reel from their trip to Europe and different things like that. But we have to realize that like a lot of life in relationship or in marriage in general is just the mundane, the doing life for each other. Like for every one trip we go on, we have like 45 weeks of just normal. You know what I mean? So we have to realize that like life is okay to be just normal. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? And I think that obviously you want to infuse your life with excitement, so you'll do date nights and like trips and different things.
Things to look forward to.
Yeah, but it's just like boring isn't wrong.
Yeah.
Boring is life. Life
and
is
it
normal.
Can be like, again, one of those things that you don't realize you start to think about relationships because you're scrolling so much. Yeah. But over time, you're going to be like, get into a relationship and be like, wait, I thought it would be more like, we're doing this week, we're doing this week. And it's like, maybe it is like that at first, because when you're dating someone, you do a lot of fun things, get to know them. But like, when you do get married, you're living life with that person for life.
Yeah.
So it's going to feel like normal life once in a while. That's fine.
And I wouldn't say that like, what we don't want to say, or what we're not saying is that marriage is boring, because like we have so much fun. There'll be nights where we're like dying together just about like laughing, in laughter. Because of like something that happened in our day or like something that I said that was funny or Mariah said that was funny. And it's just like, it's very much so fun. So I'd say marriage is fun and exciting. But I'm just saying that like when it comes to these extravagant like moments in life, you just can't expect for that to be every day. You're not hitting home runs on a Monday through Sunday. Yeah. It's like you have to really work at finding the joys in the boring moments as well. Yeah,
so true. Okay, the last lie or thing that social media tells us that isn't true is that your relationship is your aesthetic. Mm-hmm. So what that means is that I feel like on social media or on TikTok, a lot of people, when they get into a relationship, they post about it a lot. So an example would be, and it's little things like sitting in the car as like the passenger princess, and they take a picture and there's like a man's hand on their leg.
Like their significant other.
Their significant other.
Not like a random man.
Not a random man, sorry. Like their significant other while they're driving. And people are coming like, oh my gosh, it's so cute, I can't wait to have that, or blah, blah, blah. Or like...
Or the matching Jordans.
Or the matching Jordans. Or, what else? Like, or date nights out, or just like, I think this is a bit intimate, but I feel like I see couples like taking selfies in their bed together, and I'm just like, what? Yeah. But like that's just normalized now almost.
And I think there's this thing out there called Pinterest, where people sometimes
still use it, don't worry.
Where people make like mood boards and stuff like that, and I think that people really almost like want their relationship to fit their mood board.
Yes.
And sometimes it's like, sometimes the guy you end up with or the girl you end up with is amazing. Yeah. They take such good care of you. They are super caring. They are selfless, but they don't dress like you. Yeah. And so they might not fit your mood board. Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that sometimes we have to almost like remove like this almost like this idea of like, if they don't like fit my aesthetic, they might not work for me. Sometimes the very person you need to be with is the person that compliments you in a way that's different than fashion. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or that's so true.
And so I think it's so important for us to like, I guess, remove some of the superficial expectations that culture puts forward or social media puts forward when it comes to what relationships need to be like, or what like the it girl or what the it guy is like. Yeah. And allow ourselves to build almost like this thing that's like authentic and lasting, because the reality is cultures are gonna, or like these trends are gonna change. Yeah. Like, so there'll be a point where platform Uggs won't be on trend.
It's surprising, but
sorry to break it to
there
you.
will be a point.
Whoever that word is for, there'll be a point where, like, I don't know, things will change. Like, we have to remember, like, if you ever doubt the fact that trends are changing, just think, people were wearing skinny jeans 5 years ago.
Wow.
5 years ago.
Maybe not
Sometime
even.
today.
Yeah.
Some people today.
Probably me. I was putting on my skinny jeans.
I could probably find some skinnies in my closet right now. But the reality is, like, we have to build relationships on something that's lasting.
Yeah.
Which is something that's far more significant than an aesthetic. So
yeah. So be careful when you're scrolling, because you might not realize how those videos and the comments are forming and shaping how you think about relationships and how you exist in a relationship. And so,
I think something that I like to often say when it comes to posting or when it comes to scrolling, is scroll with a healthy degree of suspicion. Like, be like, hey, is this an idea that I actually believe? Or is this actually helpful for relationships?
And don't look to the comments to confirm.
Yeah,
or deny.
Make sure to look through the comments with suspicion as well.
Yeah, because like sometimes I'll watch a video and I'll literally think like, I actually don't know what my opinion is on this video. And then I'll be like, what do the comments say though? And like whatever the overwhelming majority is, I'm like, okay, that's probably the right opinion. And that's
sometimes,
so bad.
Sometimes I'll see something that's like clearly messed up.
Yeah.
Like I'll see a video that's like clearly messed up, and I'm like, oh, the comments are gonna be tearing this person apart, and like everyone's in agreement.
Yeah.
Like supporting the person's behavior. I'm like,
So don't trust those
this
comments.
world's messed up. I'm not trusting the comments for my like direction and leadership.
That's so funny.
Anyways, that is all. As we mentioned before, ironically enough, make sure to comment.
Please
below.
comment. Even if you disagree with something we say, we want to know.
Rip us to shreds.
No, well, be nice. But like, if you disagree with something we've said, we want to know and have like a discussion about it. We'll respond to you. And so comment below and make sure to like and subscribe, because when you do that, it really helps push our video out into the algorithm.
Into the algorithm
the
universe.
Suspicious algorithm. But we'll see you guys next week.